The Bears, by the way, have a bit of a situation on their hands in regards to cap space, too. So this may affect how many people the Bears sign and what they're really going to do. This was a great article on Bears Wire. The Bears have a lot of dead money this year, believe it or not. A lot of dead money. $22 million in dead money, fourth most in the NFL. Now, I don't want to get too far into this, but here's what I want to say about it, in case all of you are wondering or taking a look at it. This just goes to show you the incompetence of Ryan Pace. Take a look at some of these guys the Bears are going to be paying due to dead money via the cap in 2023. Robert Quinn, $13 million. Danny Trevathan, $4 million. Mario Edwards, $2 million. Tariq Cohen still, $2 million, almost. Al-Qadim Mohammed, who the Bears just cut, that was a pull signing, $500,000. And Zachary Thomas, offensive lineman, $143,000. Thomas did not make the 53-man roster, only draft pick from Ryan Poles to do it. Just a word of warning to everybody. The Bears had so much more dead money last year, but it just goes to show you, and this is a good lesson, of the pitfalls that come with a bad general manager. Especially in the NFL where there's cap and you have to worry about dead money in the years to come, deferred money, all these different financial terms. Look at what Ryan Pace has still done to this team. We're so happy about Ryan Poles. We're excited about the direction he's putting the Bears in. It's exciting and it's encouraging, but I'll tell you what, believe it or not, even in 2023, even until next December, next January, Ryan Pace has somewhat of a hold on this team. We can still look at Ryan Pace's legacy in the financial books. How crazy is that? It just goes to show you it's a lesson. Any general manager out there should listen to this. Don't be stupid with your money. Don't be irresponsible spending money when you shouldn't be. The Bears knew in 2020, especially in 2021 as well, they weren't going anywhere. Something needed to change, and they still spent and spent and spent. And now we sit here today, and Ryan Pace's dead money is still on the books. I give Ryan Poles credit for trying to clear it out, but I blame Ryan Pace for a lot of these issues. It's just a good lesson. I encourage everybody to remember this. You know, I was critical of Ryan Poles at first for coming in, not really doing too much, cutting a lot of guys, and there was tons of dead money. That wasn't the best, but I really, as I look back on it now, I can't fully blame him. All that dead money was a result of Ryan Pace's irresponsible spending. And now this year, with more dead money, the Bears' fourth most dead money in all of the NFL, $23 million. That's all because of Ryan Pace still. Ryan Pace is still the culprit. Isn't that crazy? I think it's just worth talking about. Not that it's going to be the end of the world. The Bears still have about, $100 million in cap space, but it really could have been 120 or 123 if it wasn't for all this dead money. And Robert Quinn's really the main culprit, $13 million. And who signed him to that 5-year extension, the 5-year deal? Ryan Pace. Now, I'll tell you what, should the Bears have signed Robert Quinn at the end of the day, entering the 2020 season after an 8-8 year that was disappointing and no playoffs? Probably not. I think at that point in 2019, Ryan Pace should have said, we may have a problem here, let's try and fix it. But he spent for his job, he spent to save his job, and it bought him 2 more years. Yet here we are today in 2023, 3 years later, and the Bears are still paying the price. That's crazy. That's something worth thinking about over there for the Bears. Don't like that. It's very interesting how bad general managing could hurt a team and set them back for years. Ryan Poles came in, did a good job at clearing out all these books. But even now, it's not perfect. It's not amazing. I mean, $23 million, fourth most dead cap money in the NFL. That's not something to be proud of. Not Ryan Poles' fault. That's all because of Ryan Pace. Be careful with your money. Be careful what you spend if you're a general manager. And I think that's why Ryan Poles has been more on the conservative side and really doling out money. Now, this offseason better be different. You got a ton of cap space. You have room to grow, and you need to help out Justin Fields, so there better be spending this year. There should be spending. But last year, I don't blame Poles for not spending anything, and I do blame Pace in 2020, 2021, spending money on a team that he probably knew wasn't really going anywhere. The writing was on the wall for this Bears team in 2020 and in 2021. Everybody kind of knew, hey, not looking good, no hope, Coach should be fired. GM should be fired. And yet, what do? Spend more money. More dead cap, more cap issues, and even to this day, $23 million in dead cap money. Thanks, Ryan Pace. Thank you. You're still on the books yourself, my friend, and still hurting this Bears team. How crazy is that?